Hello students, I hope you are in the best of your health in this lockdown and you are studying and preparing for your exam in a very nice way. So dear students, today we will start our third unit of chemistry and it is electrochemistry. So बेटा इसको पढ़ने के टाइम सबसे पहला आपके दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन आ रहा होगा कि इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री क्या चीज़ है, ठीक है? So electrochemistry is the branch of physical chemistry in which we study about the production of the electricity from the spontaneous redox reactions. Generated electricity can also be utilized for carry out the non-spontaneous redox reactions. So this thing can be done by the use of electrolytic cells, and the generation of the electricity it is carried out by the help of electrochemical cell. So electrochemical cells are of different types that you will study in this unit in very detailed way, and broadly I would like to give you some introduction that electrochemical cells are broadly of two types, that is primary electrochemical cells and secondary electrochemical cell. The basic difference is primary electrochemical cells are used once and cannot be recharged, whereas secondary electrochemical cells can be recharged time and again, and their electrode reaction can be reversed at any moment. So now the next topic, it is the concept of redox reaction. Dear students, you might have learned this topic in your class 11th under the heading of redox reactions. So there are three main concepts to define the redox reactions, and firstly we will study the concept which is based upon the loss and gain of electron. It is called electronic concept. So according to this concept, if there is gaining of the electron by the metal ion, it is called reduction, whereas the opposite of this, that is the loss of the electron, it is called oxidation. Similarly, the two other theories are also prevalent here. The another theory is called classical theory or the classical concept. According to this concept, if there is gain of hydrogen and the loss of the oxygen, it is called reduction, whereas oxidation is the gaining of the oxygen and the loss of hydrogen. The third very prevalent concept is oxidation number concept. According to this concept, reduction is a phenomena in which there is the increase in the oxidation number of the metal or metal ion. And similarly, the oxidation is the decrease in the oxidation number. I think that by discussing these three main concepts, you have now make this idea clear in your mind that what is reduction and what is oxidation. So let us discuss these concepts with the examples. Now here in this examples you can see that magnesium is reacting with the oxygen. So this reaction is feasible at high temperature, and generally we have seen that when the magnesium ribbon is burnt in the excess of the air, it burns with a dazzling white flame and forms magnesium oxide. This solid powder is basic in nature when it is dissolved in the water. So this is the activity that we have done in the lower classes. Here you can see that magnesium metal, it is having the zero oxidation number in the ground state, or we can say that at room temperature or standard state, but when it is heated, it changes into magnesium ion, Mg2 positive ion. So we can say that there is the increase in the oxidation number. Okay, there is the increase in the oxidation number from 0 to 2, and that's why we can say this as an example of the oxidation. Whereas on the other hand, you can see here that oxygen which has the oxidation number 0 is reduced to -2 oxidation number. So because of the gaining of electron is there. So by discussing this example, you can come to understand what is oxidation and reduction. Now the next, is electrochemical cell. So electrochemical cell, there is a few points to remember while you construct this electrochemical cell, because you can see here there are two main vessels, black colored vessels. I'm giving the outline again. Now they are turning red. So these two vessels are, they may be plastic containers or made with some inert materials, and metal electrodes are dipped in these electro half cells. So these, now you can see here that the redox reaction is taking place in two different half cells. Okay, just try to understand this. And each electrode is placed in 1 molar solution of hexagonines. So this establishment is connected with one another with the help of salt bridge. The salt bridge, you know well this, that it is a U-shaped tube, inverted tube, which contains an inert electrolyte like potassium nitrate, potassium chloride, or the sodium chloride, or the sodium sulfate, sodium nitrate, or we can say the nitrates, sulfates, and chlorides of sodium and potassiums. So next thing is that these electrodes are connected to each other with the help of connecting wires, and when the no EMF is drawn from the cell, and this state is called EMF of the cell, or standard cell potential. Okay, so this is the condition when no voltage or current is drawn out from the circuit. So when the reaction starts, the oxidation reaction takes place at the anode. So as a result of this, the anode just starts consumed, and it changes into the metal. Suppose here there is zinc metal, so it changes into zinc 2 positive ions with the loss of the 2 electrons. As you can see here, this is the cell reaction. Zinc metal changes into zinc 2 positive ion. So on the other hand, there is a copper electrode, and copper electrode just the copper 2 positive ion in the solution, electrolytic solution, they just gains the 2 electrons. They are coming through the external wire from the anode, and it gets reduced. So the flow of electron, you can see here that it is from anode to cathode, whereas the flow of current is from cathode towards the anode through the wire. So many times the students gets confused that which electrode is positively charged and which electrode is negatively charged. So students, there is one tip that you can remember by memorizing the word loan, L-O-A-N. This is a common term that is used to borrow some money from the bank. So in this mnemonics, you can see here that L stands for left hand side, whereas O stands for oxidation reaction. Means on the left hand side there will be oxidation reaction. So as oxidation reaction is there, so there will be some release of the electrons, and that will impart a negative charge to the electrode. So it will behave as a anode, and it will bear a negative charge. So L stands for the left hand side electrode, O stands for the oxidation, A stands for the anode, and N stands for the negative charge. So this is very important, and you can see that anode is always placed on the left hand side and cathode is towards the right hand side. This we can consider as a sign convention. And many a times students are also confused that which electrode is positively charged and which electrode is negatively charged. So the electrode anode itself says that E stands for A, N stands for negative, and ODE means electrode. An anode is a negative electrode, a negative electrode. So you can see here that there is an individual electrode reaction taking place at respective electrode, and in case of anode, firstly there is oxidation reaction. So zinc metal just oxidizes into zinc 2 positive ion and releases 2 electrons. On the other hand, at cathode, copper 2 positive ions, they gets the 2 electrons and it gets reduced into the solid copper form, or copper metal gets deposited over the copper electrode, means copper metal gets deposited over the copper electrode, and the thickness of this metal electrode gets increases with the passage of time, like this way. And on the other hand, there is anode, here the concentration gets decreases, means the thickness of the metal gets decreases and it slowly and slowly gets consumed. Now the next topic is how to find the cell reaction. So in order to find the cell reaction, we have to write the electrode reaction taking place at the respective electrode. For example, here at anode, zinc metal gets oxidized into zinc 2 positive ion with the release of electrons. So at the cathode, copper 2 positive ions gets the 2 electron and forms the copper solid. So the electrons gets cancelled out, and in the overall reaction we get this reaction, as you can see. And now the cell representation. So it is very convenient to write the cell representation from the above overall reaction. You can see that zinc metal is oxidized into zinc 2 positive ion in the anode. So main that thing that you can keep in your mind, firstly we write the reaction that taking place at the anode, then separated by a salt bridge, and to the right side of the salt bridge we write the chemical reaction or the electrode representation, not the chemical reaction but the electrode representation of the cathode. So next is cell potential. Cell potential is an intensive property. As you can see here, it is an intensive property. So after watching this video, students, you can write me the answer why cell potential is called as an intensive property. So in order to find the cell potential of the given particular cell in which the redox reaction is taking place, we have to write or use the formula that you can see here. E naught of the cell is equal to the difference of the standard electrode potential of the cathode and the standard electrode potential of the anode. Here E naught value represents the standard electrode potential, right? Standard reduction potential you can also say. So this value you can also get from the electrochemical series, as you have also solved such numericals in the 11th class. So you can see here the electrode potential of the cathode. So cathode here is copper. So the electrode potential is 0.34 volt, right? So dear students, potential is an intensive property. और बेटा ये आपने वीडियो देखने के बाद इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर पता लगाना है कि why this cell potential is called as an intrinsic property, और उसका आंसर लिख के फोटो खींच के उसका मेरे को सेंड करना है, ठीक है, पर्सनल ईमेल व्हाट्सएप नंबर पे, राइट. Now the next thing that I would like to tell you that this cell potential is also known as standard electrode potential or standard EMF of the cell. So this is standard because here the concentration of the reactant that is taken to be standard. Metal is dipped in the solution of its own ion having the concentration 1 molar, right? The concentration of the electrolyte is 1 molar, whereas the temperature is 273 Kelvin. I would like to write here 273 plus 15, it is 298 Kelvin. And the value of pressure, it is, if a gas is involved, then it is 1 bar. So these are the standard conditions, and if we follow these conditions, the potential we get is called standard electrode potential or standard EMF of the cell. So there is a small formula that you have also used in the 11th class also. It is equal to the standard electrode potential of cathode minus standard electrode potential of anode, right? इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल की जो ये वैल्यू है ये हमें कहाँ से मिली है? We got these values from the electrochemical series, and these values are calculated using the simple hydrogen electrode, which is our next topic. When the particular single electrode is coupled with the simple hydrogen electrode, then we get the value of the particular electrode potential. So when we place these values of respective cathode and anode in this formula, we get a positive resultant value, that is 1.10 volt, and this shows us that this reaction is feasible and cell can be constructed. And moreover, if this value is negative, then the cell cannot be synthesized or constructed. So with this, the next topic is simple hydrogen electrode, standard hydrogen electrode. It is also known as standard hydrogen electrode. So actually it is having 4 or 5 names, different names, which is based upon its particular characteristic. Standard hydrogen electrode, because the same reason as we have discussed in the above topic, the conditions at which this electrode is used, they are standard. Temperature 25 degrees centigrade or 298 Kelvin. The pressure of the hydrogen, it is 1 bar, right, as you can see here. Now the next is, it is also called reference electrode, because with the help of this electrode we can find out the electrode potential of the other metals. So next name given to this electrode is reversible electrode. रिवर्सिबल इलेक्ट्रोड इसलिए बेटा हम इसको कहते हैं क्योंकि अगर कोई मेटल जो है वो हाइड्रोजन से ज़्यादा रिएक्टिव है, इफ इट इज लाइंग बिलो द एक्टिविटी सीरीज, इफ एनी मेटल इज लाइंग बिलो द हाइड्रोजन इन द एक्टिविटी सीरीज, or that particular metal is having more negative electrode potential, then that metal has the tendency to act as a anode. ठीक है, that particular metal having the tendency to get oxidized. तो कौन सी मेटल की बात करें? ऐसी मेटल्स जिसका E0 वैल्यू जो है वो नेगेटिव है, ठीक है. तो जिसकी ज्यादा नेगेटिव होगी और हाइड्रोजन का हमें मालूम है कि एट 25 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड हाइड्रोजन का जो इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल है वो कितना है, दैट इज 0 वोल्ट. सो जिसका नेगेटिव वैल्यू होगी, सपोज किया इफ इट इज 0.97 with a negative mark, negative sign, so this will have more tendency to act as a anode and get oxidized. So contrary, this hydrogen electrode will act as a cathode. एंड इन ऑपोजिट केस अगर हम देखते हैं इसका, अगर किसी मेटल इलेक्ट्रोड का जो है वो पॉजिटिव इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल है, तो वो मेटल का जो है रिडक्शन होने का चांस ज्यादा है. तो ये हाइड्रोजन इलेक्ट्रोड जो है यहाँ, ये जो है ये ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाएगी उस केस में. तो ये यहाँ पे होगा एनोड, ठीक है, it will become anode or it will get oxidized, whereas the other metal with the positive standard electrode potential value will undergo reduction and get reduced. So the next thing we will discuss here is inert electrode. This simple hydrogen electrode is also called as inert electrode because it just provides the site for the redox reaction to take place, whether it is reduction reaction or oxidation reaction. And this platinum metal, which is the main basis of this hydrogen electrode, like the gold metal, it is inert and do not participate any reaction with the electrolyte. So the construction of this simple hydrogen electrode is very simple. You can see here, it is a electrolytic vessel which contains 1 molar HCl solution as an electrolyte, a platinum metal which is sealed in a glass tube, right? It is green color is showing the glass tube, and at the bottom there is a platinum foil. It contains finely divided platinum which has which provides the reaction site for the reacting species. Now in this electrode, hydrogen gas is just allowed to come inside at a pressure of 1 bar, and the redox reaction takes place as per with respect to the other coupled metal, whether it is more active than hydrogen or less active than the hydrogen. So for this hydrogen electrode, there is a cell representation. You can see here platinum. This is the partition phase of the metal and the hydrogen gas, right? Then there is aqueous H plus ions. So electrode reaction that takes place here is H plus, and it takes the electrons and gets reduced into hydrogen gas. So there are some conditions that we generally come across in our numerical solving problems. You can just go through it. And the next main topic is simple hydrogen electrode as a reference electrode. So this simple hydrogen electrode that we have discussed in the above topic, it is now, you can see here, it is coupled with more active metal, zinc. So zinc is lying below in the electrochemical series. It is lying below the hydrogen, and therefore it is having more tendency to get oxidized and acts as a anode here. So zinc electrode is taken in a single vessel, single half cell vessels. So this is the single half cell vessel. You can see and on the other hand there is another half cell reaction, and this vessel containing the hydrogen electrode. Now they are joined together with a salt bridge. This is salt bridge. You can see this here, salt bridge. So as the reaction takes place in respective electrodes, zinc electrode gets oxidized with the same reaction as we have discussed many times. Zinc oxidizes into zinc 2 positive ion with the release of the 2 electrons, and hydrogen electrode gets reduced with the gain of the 1 electrode and releases hydrogen gas. And in this way there is a electrode reaction taking place at the respective electrode, anode and the cathode. So we can also calculate the EMF or standard EMF of the cell using this simple hydrogen electrode. Now we have to write here the electrode reaction taking place at the respective electrode. Firstly, we are writing the reaction taking place at the anode. Here, zinc metal gets oxidized into zinc 2 positive ion, the aqueous solution of its own ion, and with the release of the 2 electron. So at cathode, hydrogen gets reduced by taking the electron into hydrogen gas. So as you can see here that in the anode 2 electrons are released, but in the cathode there is 1 electron is consumed or taken up by the hydrogen ion. So in order to balance this reaction, we multiply the cathode reaction by stoichiometric coefficient 2. So the resultant overall reaction that comes out to be is zinc plus 2H plus ion gives you zinc 2 positive ion plus hydrogen gas. Now in order to find the EMF of this cell, we can write the value. We know that the electrode potential of the hydrogen in standard condition is 0, whereas the electrode potential of the zinc metal, it is minus 0.76 volt. So we get the resultant value plus 76 volt. So this 0.76 volt is the E naught of the cell. So this is the actually electrode potential that is mainly due to the zinc electrode, right? So in this way we can find out the electrode potential of the different electrodes. So dear students, this is all about today, and